Imagine walking through the streets of Britain, not today, but 100 years ago. The air smells different. The food looks different. Even the things people loved no longer exist. Some of these dishes were once eaten by thousands every day. Others were served to royalty, and a few disappeared so completely that most people today don't even know they were real. But here's the strange part. These foods didn't just fade away. They were replaced, forgotten, or quietly erased by time. And by the end of this video, you'll realize something unsettling. The British food you know today is only a small piece of what once existed. When people think of British food today, they think of fish and chips, roast dinners, tea. Familiar, comfortable, predictable. But go back just a few decades, and Britain looked very different. Food wasn't just about taste. It was about survival, class, war, and tradition. Recipes were passed down quietly, cooked in small homes, street stalls, royal kitchens. And then something changed. Industries grew, wars happened, tastes shifted, and slowly, some of the most iconic British foods started disappearing. Not all at once, but piece by piece, until they were gone. And at number 1 is a dish so strange, so shocking, that you'll understand why it could never survive today. Dripping sandwich. This was not just food. It was survival on bread. A simple slice of bread soaked in meat drippings, the leftover fat from roasted beef. For working-class families, this was comfort. Cheap, filling, and full of flavour. But as diets changed, and health concerns about fat grew, this humble sandwich slowly disappeared. Today, it feels almost forgotten. A reminder of a time when nothing was wasted. Jugged hare. This version no longer exists. A dish made from hare, slow-cooked in its own blood, mixed with red wine and spices. It was rich, dark, intense. Once served in upper-class homes and countryside estates, but over time, changing tastes and discomfort with traditional hunting foods pushed it out of the mainstream. Now, it survives only in rare places, almost like a ghost of British cuisine. Syllabub. This was not just food. It was celebration. A sweet dessert made from cream, sugar, and alcohol, often wine or cider. Light, frothy, almost like a drinkable dessert. It was popular in the 17th and 18th centuries, served at parties, gatherings, festivals. But as desserts evolved and tastes modernized, Syllabub slowly vanished. Today, it feels like something from another world. You may still hear the name, but this version is gone. The original Pease pudding was thick, rustic, cooked slowly for hours, often with ham bones. It wasn't smooth, it wasn't refined, it was heavy, earthy, and deeply traditional. Modern versions simplified it, packaged it, changed its texture, and something important was lost. The mock turtle soup. This is where everything changed. Real turtle soup was once a luxury, but when turtles became rare, the British created a replacement, mock turtle soup, made from calf's head, designed to imitate the taste and texture. It became wildly popular. But over time, the idea of eating such ingredients became uncomfortable, and the dish disappeared. A strange invention, lost to changing values. Bread and dripping with salt, street style. Not the home version, the street version. Sold quickly, eaten standing, often wrapped in paper. This version no longer exists. It was part of everyday life for workers. But as street food culture modernized and hygiene standards improved, these raw, simple foods faded away. Devon White Ale, traditional form. This was not just a drink, it was a mystery. A thick, almost milky ale, fermented in a way that made it look completely different. Locals loved it, but the brewing process was complicated, inconsistent, and over time, it became impossible to maintain at scale. Now, it's nearly extinct. The stargazy pie, original form. And here it is, the dish that feels almost unreal today. A pie filled with whole fish, with their heads sticking out of the crust, looking upward, as if they're staring at the sky. It wasn't meant to be strange. It was symbolic, traditional, meaningful. But modern audiences see it differently. And while versions still exist, the original spirit, the way it was once made, is gone. That era is gone forever. These were not just meals. They were memories, lifestyles, stories people lived every day. And now they exist only in history. So the next time you eat something familiar, ask yourself, what are we eating today that future generations will never experience? What will disappear next? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that even the most normal foods can vanish without warning.